Letter to Santa, a Marvel fanfiction written by Satans_Dolly_boy66 on AO3. While the snow covered with its pure whiteness all the streets out there, in the stark home every corner was covered with lights and silly ornaments. There, two young ones were decorating the oh-so-famous Christmas tree. Everything was relatively calm. The children were focused on hard work of adorning the holy tree. And well, the older one decided to start a conversation, of course, about Christmas. Morgan, do you know how Christmas started? Because Jesus was born? Well, yeah, but not really. Morgan was an extremely cheerful girl. She, like every child, looked forward to Christmas. It was delicious, and special dishes, the gifts, spending time together as a family, but above all, Santa's present. This was celebrated long before Jesus was born. Of course, it wasn't called by the same name, but it was basically the exact same thing. Even in ancient Egypt and Greece, they celebrated the 25th of December. Wow, really? I didn't know that. Well, basically, they celebrated the birth of many gods because they were all born on the same specific dates. All of them were born on December 25th? That's strange. Yeah, even Jesus came into the world on that date, they said. Was Santa Claus also born on the 25th? Well, I don't remember. I just know Santa was the first bishop who helped the poor. Whoa, how kind of him. Morgan is a girl who has everything. From a wealthy family, she has all the toys she wishes, but no matter what, she prefers Santa's presents. Peter, who understands the fascination with Santa, he once felt excitement opening the gifts that miraculously appeared under the tree. Now, as a teenager, Christmas has a bittersweet taste, because how it brought back some memories of his childhood next to his late Uncle Ben. Peter decides to stop thinking about that, at least not when he's with Little Stark. Hey, Morgan, did you write your letter to Santa yet? Of course I did, the little girl exclaimed in a tone that expressed, Don't be silly, Peter. Of course I wouldn't forget something as important as that. What did you ask him for? Morgan seemed hesitant, but instead of answering his question, she decided to ask one herself. Peter, when did you stop writing letters to Santa? The question itself was a complete surprise to the young boy, so he stood frozen for a few seconds without knowing the answer. Don't you believe in Santa Claus anymore? No, it's not that. I do believe in Santa. It's just dealing with children and their innocence is an extremely difficult and compromising task, especially because the little creatures and their minds are truly fragile. Peter tried to be careful at this point. One time, Santa didn't bring me what I wanted, and I got mad at him. I shouldn't have been angry, but I was. Are you still angry with him? No, it was a long time ago, but as time went by, I've gotten used to not writing him any more letters. That's sad. What did you ask him? Well, that's enough about me. What did you ask him for? I want to know. Again, the girl turned hesitant. But as she played with her fingers and stared only at the floor, her odd attitude caused the teenager some unease. Before he could ask any further, Pepper interrupted them. Morgan, it's time for your bath, dear. Peter, your Aunt May told me she'd be here in a few minutes. Oh, thank you, Miss Stark. Please, as the Christmas present, call me Pepper this time. And just like that, she took Morgan to take a bath. The young boy sighed. He was grateful that the wonderful, splendid, glorious Pepper had appeared in just that moment. Morgan was acting strange. Besides, the girl was curious about the reason behind his not writing to Santa Claus anymore. The reason was something more crude and gloomy to tell. Peter was already somewhat old enough to believe in Santa, but he really enjoyed watching his aunt and uncle get so excited to see him open the presents. It was a ritual and an excuse to be with family, and he really enjoyed it. Yes, he did, in the past tense. When Ben died, he saw no point in writing the letters, especially when he knew the gift was not going to be delivered. Peter only wished his uncle back. The best gift was to see him there at one more time and tell him how much he misses him and loves him. Again, Peter tried not to think about that. It wasn't the right place to do it. He turned his attention back to the Christmas tree, which was already nicely decorated. There he saw Morgan's letter. He took a quick look around and without any further thought made the decision to read it. Christmas is still 2 days away, but Morgan has always anticipated writing her letters. He felt a little guilty about peeking, but Pepper would go and do it anyway. The letter was in a golden envelope with such cute and childlike illustrations. He tried to be as gentle as possible so as to not tear it up and leave any evidence of corruption. The handwriting, somewhat messy, was legible. Thank goodness for that. Dear Santa, it's Morgan again. Thank you for the nice gifts you always bring me. They're really cool. I really like Christmas, and I always look forward to your big passages in their pretty wrappers. This year is a little different. I don't want any toys. I want my dad back. I miss him so much. Please, I'll be a good girl. I'll even stop eating cheeseburgers if you want. I won't ask for anything other than that. Thank you for everything. With love, Morgan H. Stark.